Let me tell you something. You can't get to where you want in life by simply wishing it into existence. There are no shortcuts, no easy routes. There are stages. Real, gritty, hard-earned stages that you have to move through. You want to get somewhere, you better understand the journey because it's a process. First, you have to know where you're going. It starts with a vision. You can't hit a target you can't see. It's easy to get distracted, to wander aimlessly. But not you. You need a clear vision. A picture in your mind of where you want to be. Without that vision, you're just drifting. If you can't see the finish line, you'll never know when you've crossed it. But a vision alone, that's not enough. You need action. You can't sit there waiting for things to just fall into your lap. It's not going to happen. The world isn't going to hand you your dreams on a silver platter. You have to go out there and get it. Every day, take one step, one action. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving. Every action, no matter how small, gets you closer to your goal. Don't talk about it, be about it. Now, let me tell you, it won't always be easy. The road is not always smooth. You'll face setbacks. You'll hit walls. But here's the truth. Perseverance is key. It's easy to quit when things get tough. It's easy to throw in the towel. But do you think champions are made by quitting? No, champions are made by sticking it out. They're made by pushing when everyone else is stopping. When you hit that wall, don't retreat. Push harder. Push smarter. Don't back down. The only way to fail is to quit. And listen, sometimes you'll hit a point where things just don't seem to be working out. You'll be stuck, wondering if it's all worth it. Here's the truth. Adaptability is a must. Life doesn't always go as planned. You need to be ready to change course, ready to adjust your approach when things go sideways. Flexibility doesn't mean weakness, it means strength. You can't be rigid, you've got to evolve with the game. Now let me tell you about patience. Patience is not just waiting, it's the ability to keep going despite how long it takes. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making the right moves, day in and day out, trusting the process. When you don't see immediate results, that doesn't mean you stop. That means you keep pushing, because every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. You don't get to quit just because it's hard. And finally, you better believe in yourself. I'm talking about self-belief. The road will be tough, and people will doubt you. They'll tell you it's impossible. They'll tell you you're crazy. But you've got to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I've got this. Believe in your ability to make things happen. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. That confidence, that belief will carry you through the toughest moments. Trust me. In life, you're not just going to get handed success. It's about vision, action, perseverance, adaptability, patience, and self-belief. These are the stages you must go through. If you want to get where you want to be, understand that the path is never easy. But with these steps, you'll make it. Keep pushing, keep fighting, keep believing. You'll get there. Let me tell you something about vision. You can't just wander through life hoping things will come together. Vision is the first step to getting anywhere. If you don't know where you're going, how can you expect to get there? Your vision is your roadmap. It's the picture you paint in your mind of your future. It's that clear image of success that drives you forward, even when everything around you says it's impossible. But here's the catch. Your vision has to be more than just a daydream. It's got to be something that makes you feel something deep inside, something that excites you, challenges you, and even scares you a little. It has to be big enough that it pushes you beyond your comfort zone. If your vision isn't pulling you out of bed in the morning, then it's not big enough. See, life can throw all kinds of distractions at you. You'll face setbacks, you'll have tough days, and sometimes you'll even wonder if it's worth it. But when you have a vision, when you know where you're going, those distractions become nothing more than noise. They can't shake you because you're focused on the end goal. That's why vision is so powerful. It's not just a wish, it's a commitment to a direction. When you know what you want and why you want it, nothing can stop you from getting there. You've got to be able to hold that vision in your mind, clear and vivid, and refuse to let go of it, no matter what. Without that vision, you'll find yourself wandering. You might get a little bit of success here and there, but it won't be sustainable. It won't be fulfilling. Vision is what gives your life purpose. It's what gives your work meaning. When you're working towards something bigger than yourself, you've got a reason to get up every day. You've got something to fight for. And believe me, when you have that kind of focus, the world around you will start to shift to align with your vision, and opportunities will start to open up in ways you couldn't have imagined. So, don't just think about where you want to go. Picture it. Feel it. Make it so real in your mind that it drives you to take action. Because the truth is, if you can see it, you can achieve it. And that's the first step to getting anywhere. Action is where the rubber meets the road. Without action, vision is just a dream, a fantasy. You can have the clearest, most powerful vision in the world, but if you don't take the first step, it means nothing. The truth is, life doesn't care how many plans you make or how many times you say you're going to do something. What matters is what you do. You've got to move. Even when the road ahead looks unclear, even when the odds seem stacked against you, you have to take action. And let me tell you something. Action doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything figured out. The most important thing is to start. When you start moving, the path will reveal itself to you. Don't wait for the perfect moment. There's never a perfect moment. You've got to create it. You've got to act now, not when it feels comfortable or convenient, but when it feels uncomfortable. Growth happens in discomfort. If you wait for everything to line up perfectly, you'll be waiting forever. Instead, take that first step. Even if it's small, just move forward. The key is consistency. Action isn't about taking one big leap and thinking it'll all come together in an instant. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and pushing forward. It's about taking those small actions every single day, no matter how tired you are, no matter how many times you've failed before. Each action you take compounds. It builds momentum. Eventually, you look up and realize that all those small steps have taken you much farther than you thought possible. And when things get tough, and they will, action is what separates the winners from the rest. People who sit back and wait for things to happen, they stay stuck. But those who keep moving, even when they don't feel like it, even when things aren't going their way, they're the ones who eventually make it. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the stars to align. Don't wait for someone to tell you you're ready. You've got everything you need right now. Take the action, and the results will follow. It's all on you to get moving. So stop talking about it, stop thinking about it, just start and keep going. Action is the fuel that turns your vision into reality. Perseverance is the strength that gets you through the toughest moments, the part of the journey that separates those who succeed from those who fall short. You're going to face challenges. That's a guarantee. You're going to hit walls. There will be times when it feels like everything is falling apart, and you'll wonder if it's worth it. But here's the reality. You can't quit. Perseverance isn't just about pushing through the good days. It's about pushing through the bad ones, the dark days when you feel like giving up. Life will knock you down over and over again. That's inevitable. But it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. Each time you fall, you learn something new. Each time you rise again, you're stronger than you were before. You can't let failure define you. Failure is part of the journey. It's not the end of the road, it's a pit stop. It's the lesson that teaches you what not to do next time, what you need to change, what you need to improve. The question isn't whether you'll face failure, it's whether you'll keep going after it. The truth is, most people give up too soon. They hit a rough patch, things get hard, and they quit. They don't realize that they were right on the edge of success. Perseverance is about understanding that the struggle is part of the process. Without the struggle, there is no growth. Without the grind, there is no glory. You need to be able to endure when it gets tough, to hold on when every part of you wants to let go, because the moment you decide to quit is the moment you give up on your potential, and if you give up now, you'll never know what you could have achieved. When it gets hard, you've got to dig deeper. That's when your real strength shows. You've got to keep putting in the work even when you're tired, even when you're discouraged, because perseverance isn't just about having the strength to push through. It's about having the mental toughness to stay focused, stay committed, and keep going, no matter what. It's not about being perfect. It's about continuing the fight, one step at a time. Understand this. No matter how many times you fall, there's a lesson to be learned. No matter how many times you face setbacks, there's an opportunity to grow. So don't quit when things get tough. Don't back down when the odds are against you. Keep pushing, keep fighting, because the ones who make it aren't the ones who never failed. They're the ones who never gave up. Adaptability is the ability to roll with the punches. It's the ability to adjust when life throws curveballs at you, to make the most of situations that are outside of your control. Things don't always go the way you plan. You can put in all the effort, follow every step, and still find yourself facing unexpected obstacles. But the question is, how do you respond when things don't go according to plan? Do you quit, or do you pivot and adjust? The truth is, life doesn't owe you perfection. There's no guarantee that everything will unfold the way you want. And that's where adaptability comes in. You have to be ready to change, to evolve with the circumstances, to find a way to keep moving forward, even when the path you thought you were on no longer exists. The key is not to get stuck in the way you think things should be, but to accept that sometimes life forces you to grow in ways you didn't expect. Sometimes the plans you make won't work out. Sometimes you'll have to start over, completely change direction, or make adjustments you weren't ready for. But that doesn't mean the end of your journey. Adaptability is about learning to embrace change. It's about taking what life gives you and making the best of it, rather than resisting it. You have to learn to see the opportunity in every setback, the lesson in every mistake. The most successful people are the ones who are constantly adjusting, constantly adapting to new information, new environments, new challenges. You see, the world is constantly changing. The game doesn't stay the same, and neither do the rules. If you're stuck in your ways, holding on to old methods, old mindsets, and old beliefs, then you'll get left behind. The world rewards those who can move with it, those who can think on their feet and find solutions to problems they didn't even anticipate. Adaptability isn't about having all the answers. It's about being willing to learn and grow as things change. Now, I'm not saying it's always easy. Change can be uncomfortable. Adjusting to something new can feel like starting from scratch. But you have to get comfortable with the discomfort, because it's through that discomfort that you learn, that you grow. You don't have control over everything in your life, but you do have control over how you respond. If you're flexible, if you're willing to learn, if you're open to new ways of doing things, then there's no challenge you can't overcome. In the end, adaptability isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving in an ever-changing world. It's about using the unexpected as fuel for your growth. When life hands you something you didn't see coming, don't panic. Don't fight it. Look at it, learn from it, and adjust your course. Keep your mind open, stay flexible, and be willing to change, because in the world we live in, those who adapt, evolve, and adjust are the ones who succeed. Patience is the quiet force that carries you through the moments when it feels like nothing is happening, when it seems like you're putting in the work but seeing no results. It's easy to get discouraged when progress feels slow, when your dreams seem distant, when success feels like it's forever out of reach. But let me tell you, patience is the key to enduring those moments. It's the belief that even when you can't see it yet, something is happening beneath the surface. Understand this: success doesn't come overnight. The path you're on, the one you're fighting for, takes time. There's no rush. There's no shortcut. The process isn't always fast, and sometimes it isn't even pretty. But that's where the magic is, in the waiting, in the struggle. You see, patience is not about sitting around twiddling your thumbs, waiting for things to fall into your lap. It's about trusting that every step you take is moving you closer to your goal, even if you can't see the end right now. It's about continuing to do the work, staying committed, even when the results aren't immediate. Patience is also about trusting the timing of your life. It's understanding that things will happen when they're supposed to, not when you want them to. You may have your own timeline, but life has its own. Sometimes the things you want aren't ready for you yet. Sometimes the lessons you need to learn take longer than you thought. And that's okay, because when you've got patience, you understand that what's meant for you will come, but it will come in its own time, in a way that's best for you. Patience doesn't mean passivity. It doesn't mean you stop working, stop striving, stop pushing forward. It's the opposite. Patience means working hard, even when you don't see the results right away. It means trusting in the process, understanding that every effort you put in is shaping your future, even if it's not visible to you just yet. Every step, every struggle, every failure is part of the plan, and when you get to where you're going, you'll realize that it was all worth it, because you needed every moment of that journey to get there. Now, don't get it twisted. Patience doesn't mean you just sit around waiting for things to happen. It means you stay the course, even when it feels like the finish line is miles away. You stay committed, you stay focused, and you keep your eyes on the prize. You trust the process, even when the process doesn't look how you thought it would. Because every bit of progress you make is a step toward your dream, no matter how small it seems in the moment. The greatest successes are often built on years of hard work, failures, mistakes, and patience. They don't happen overnight. They happen one day at a time, with unwavering commitment and belief. And when you finally reach your goal, when you look back at the journey, you'll understand why it took as long as it did. It wasn't about rushing to get there. It was about the person you became along the way. Patience allows you to grow, to evolve, and to develop the strength you need to handle success when it finally comes. Without it, you wouldn't be ready. So don't give up when it gets hard. Don't get frustrated when it feels like you're not making progress. Keep going, keep trusting, keep believing. The time will come when everything you've been working for will pay off, and when it does, you'll know it was all worth the wait. Self-belief is the foundation of everything you'll ever achieve. It's the quiet, unshakable knowledge that no matter what stands in your way, you can overcome it. Without self-belief, the challenges you face in life will feel insurmountable. Without belief in yourself, it's easy to let doubt creep in, to let the voices of others, those who say you can't, those who say you're not enough, start to dictate your story. But the truth is, the only voice that matters is your own. If you can't believe in yourself, then how can you expect anyone else to? The world is full of doubters and critics, and they'll be quick to tell you all the reasons why you won't make it. But those people don't know you. They don't know what you're capable of. They don't see the fire inside you, the strength that's been building for years. You do. That's the power of self-belief. It's not arrogance. It's the deep conviction that no matter how hard the road gets, you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. When you truly believe in yourself, nothing can stop you. People can talk, they can criticize, they can throw every challenge at you, but you will keep going because you know deep down inside that you're built for this. You've got everything you need to succeed. Skills, strength, heart, and the willingness to fight for what's yours. But it all starts with believing in yourself. That belief is what fuels your actions, keeps you going when the road gets tough, and lifts you up when you feel like you've hit rock bottom. But self-belief doesn't mean you'll never have doubts. We all have moments of uncertainty. We all wonder if we're on the right path, if we're good enough, if we've got what it takes. But self-belief is what you lean on when those doubts arise. It's the quiet voice inside that says, I've made it this far, and I'll keep going. It's not about being perfect. It's about trusting that you have the ability to handle whatever comes your way. It's knowing that every failure is just a lesson, every setback is just a step forward, and that no matter how many times you stumble, you'll always rise again. When you believe in yourself, the world begins to open up. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will start to feel possible. You'll begin to see the doors that others can't. When you carry that belief, others can feel it too. It's contagious. People will be drawn to you because confidence is magnetic. They won't just see your potential, they'll believe in it too. But the key is that you have to give yourself permission to believe in yourself. You have to stop waiting for someone else to give you validation. Stop waiting for others to tell you you're ready. You are already ready. You are enough right now in this moment. There's power in knowing who you are and standing in that truth, no matter what anyone else thinks. You are going to face challenges. You are going to face rejection. You are going to face moments when it feels like the world is against you. But with self-belief, you understand that those things don't define you. What defines you is your ability to keep going, your ability to keep believing in yourself, and your refusal to let anything stop you from reaching your goals. So stop second-guessing yourself. Stop doubting your abilities. Believe in yourself, even when it's hard. Believe in yourself when others don't. And most importantly, believe in yourself when you can't see the end result yet. Because with that belief, you'll move mountains. With self-belief, you'll unlock doors you didn't even know existed. When you believe in yourself, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Now, let me leave you with this. Getting where you want in life is not a straight path. There's no magic formula, no shortcut to success. But there are 4 critical stages that will get you there. Vision, action, perseverance, and adaptability. These are not just steps, they are pillars, and you need all of them to build the life you want. First, you need a clear vision. Without it, you're wandering. You got to know where you're going and what you want. That vision, that picture in your mind of the future you want, is what will drive you when everything else falls apart. It's the thing that will pull you through the hard days, the days when doubt creeps in and you feel like giving up. Hold on to that vision, and let it fuel you. Next, you've got to take action. Vision is powerful, but without action, it's just a dream. You can't sit around waiting for things to fall into place. The world doesn't work like that. You've got to move. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, even when the results aren't showing, keep moving forward. Small steps every day will compound into something bigger than you ever imagined. But here's the truth. The road is not easy. There will be setbacks. You will fail. You will face challenges that will make you question everything. But this is where perseverance comes in. You have to keep going when it gets hard. You have to trust the process even when you don't see the immediate results. It's in those tough moments that you build your strength, your character. Every failure is a lesson, and every setback is a stepping stone. Don't stop when it gets tough. Keep pushing, keep believing in yourself, because the moment you decide to quit, you close the door on the success that was just around the corner. And finally, adaptability. The world doesn't stay the same, and neither should you. Life will throw challenges your way that you didn't see coming. Things will change, and you will have to change with them. But adaptability isn't just about surviving the storm. It's about using it to grow stronger. It's about shifting your mindset when things aren't going according to plan and finding a new way to move forward. Those who succeed are the ones who can adapt, who can embrace change and find opportunities in every challenge. So I want you to walk away with this in your heart. Your success is in your hands. Your vision is yours to create, and no one else can do it for you. The action you take, the persistence you show, and your ability to adapt will determine where you go in life. The only person who can stop you is you. So, believe in yourself, keep moving forward, and remember, success isn't about how fast you get there, it's about how you handle the journey. If you're willing to put in the work, to believe in yourself even when it's hard, to adapt when the world changes, and to persevere through every challenge, then there's nothing that can stand in your way. You've got everything you need to succeed. Now go out there and make it happen.